I'm Dr. Joanne Riordan, an educational psychologist, a previous teacher, and really importantly for this video, I'm also the parent of a child with special educational needs. I would love 2 minutes of your time to explain why I'm supporting the British Psychological Society's latest campaign and why I'd love you to do the same. Now, this campaign is focused on ensuring that the government ring-fence funding to local authorities to ensure that there are enough educational psychologists within each local authority to support the children and young people that live there. Currently, there are just not enough educational psychologists. They are stretched too thinly to adequately support schools and young people with special educational needs. In a recent survey of the profession, over half of educational psychologists said that they were stretched too thinly to be able to provide adequate services for children and young people that needed them. This is a major, major issue. Educational psychologists support our most vulnerable and children with the most complex special educational needs. To illustrate this, I want to talk about education, health and care plans. These are documents that ensure young people with the most complex and long-term special educational needs are provided with provision to adequately support those needs. My own child has an education, health and care plan, but the process was delayed because there were not enough educational psychologists to see my child. And therefore, we were waiting beyond the statutory deadline to have the assessment to see if he was eligible for an education, health and care plan. This was incredibly stressful at a time where his needs were really significant, school were unable to adequately meet those, and meanwhile, you've got an innocent child in the middle of it, stuck without support they need due to not enough education psychologists and funding issues. Now, when we saw the education psychologists, they were fantastic, and this is what's so frustrating, is that we are such a needed profession that do such an important role. Education psychologists, amongst other things, are really good at identifying a child's needs and strengths across every area of development, thinking about the implication of those needs on their education, and then also outlining what support a young person needs to make progress with their education. Now, our situation was not unique. Currently, there are 20,000 children in England waiting for an education, health and care needs assessment to see if they're eligible for an education, health and care plan. And a big delay in that process is the fact there's not enough educational psychologists to see all the children that need these assessments. And this is despite lots of people wanting to train as an education psychologist currently. So if you are like me, you're a parent of a child with special educational needs, you are an educational psychologist yourself who loves your job and wants to make sure that we are funded well enough to make the difference that we need to make, or if you're just someone who really cares about the rights of children and young people, particularly those with special educational needs, what can you do? First of all, it's really helpful to share this video. We need awareness of this issue. Secondly, writing to your MP. BPS on their website has template letters that you can use to support you with that. Thirdly, let's keep talking about this issue and make sure that we hold the government accountable and get enough educational psychologists to do the job that is needed, that is much loved and valued amongst us as a profession and the community. Thank you so much for your time.